Hello once again and welcome to ActionTracks presented by E3 Spark Plugs. This time we're coming to you from the Vanderburgh County Fairgrounds in Evansville, Indiana, where we're bringing you Monster X Tour action. This marks the return of Bill Payne and Straight Up Racing to the Midwest. Expect some big things from them tonight. There's a reason they call the team Straight Up Racing. They are wild, they are on the edge, and we are happy to have them in Evansville, Indiana, and all of it's coming up next on ActionTracks. Hey fans, welcome to ActionTracks. We're in Evansville, Indiana. You saw it right there. We're on the floor of the pit party before the Monster X Tour kicks off. You see the crowd working their way on down to the floor to get their favorite drivers' autographs. Before we get into the show, let's meet the field of trucks. First up, all the way out of San Quentin, California, it's Ed Miller in California Kid. Then we've got Bill Payne, the man simply known as the Rockstar. We've got Hillbilly driving the Black Knight here. And hometown favorite, Roger Gouger in the Quadzilla. Here you see another attraction here this weekend at the Monster X Tour, the American Thunder Ride Truck. We're riding along, the fans are having a great time. Just another added feature of the Monster X Tour. But let's go ahead and look at some of the Friday night highlights. First up, we went into a wheelie competition. Out first would be Ed Miller in California Kid in his Monster Truck debut, and what a debut it was. Wow, great wheelies on both hits. The kid is a natural. Bill Payne also came out, and right there you see some issue with the Rockstar pulling the shock shaft out of the shock. We've heard that he's also busted the tranny cooler, sent that shock shaft through the tranny cooler. Bill's got a lot of thrashing to do. California Kid taking the wheelie competition on Friday night. Moving into the racing finals, it brought California Kid up against Hillbilly in the Black Knight. California Kid looking to go 2 for 2, and Hillbilly gets a little loose and spins out, going down the side straight, leading Ed Miller to the championship on Friday night in California Kid. Freestyle competition. Out came Ed Miller and the California Kid looking for the sweep. Taking a look at some of the highlights right here. Another good run. These two Bill Payne Straight Up Racing trucks are just set up perfectly for freestyle. They're squirrely. He's gone through the Monster Jeep previously. Started out as leaf trucks, and he slowly worked his way into 4-link style trucks, and the trucks have gotten far more sturdy on the track, more controllable, but they also still freestyle like mad, still wheeling like mad. And right here, California Kid putting on a perfect example of that. Just an excellent run. Next out was Roger Gouger in the hometown favorite Quadzilla from just up the road, less than 30 minutes from his house. He lives on the other side of town. That's as far as he has to go this weekend. He's got lots of friends and family in the crowd this weekend cheering him on. A nice lead right there. Oh, and following up with a beautiful slap wheelie. A great move for Gouger in the Quadzilla. More big air. And it takes some big moves to keep up with these Straight Up Racing trucks with their natural affinity to freestyle. A great run by Gouger. Black Knight coming out onto the track. driven by the man simply known as Hillbilly. This truck is a former Scott Hardsock gunslinger truck, so you know it's built well. It's seen lots of history. Hillbilly's doing what he can with the truck. Probably not going to win tonight. Bill Payne coming out. He got the Rockstar running after thrashing all evening on back shock towers, shock shafts, and a tranny cooler, and he's going to put on a show. And the truck has died. Sounds like he's done. That's going to give the win to California kid Ed Miller, sweeping competition on his first night out. We're moving into another Monster Truck Show staple, FMX, United FMX coming out and putting on a great show for the great crowd in Evansville, Indiana. Right there, Willie Watts with a dead body. The leader of the group, Terry Russell with double grab Indian air. Oh, Superman Indian air. More Indian air. Oh, great Cordova by the new guy, Jake. Terry Russell bringing out the heel clicker and rocking some donuts just for extra style and entertainment.
One more time.
Terry bringing it back with a double Superman seat grab. And again with a tsunami. Bigger and better. And finally a cliffhanger. No-handed landing. Rounding out their showing with the ever-favorite train. All the riders going one after another. But we're moving into Saturday night competition. We're bringing out the wheelie competition. California kid coming out first and says Bill Payne is behind the wheel tonight. I don't know what happened to Ed Miller. Bill coming out, starting off with a good launch.
They're gonna hit the stack of cars.
Couple good hits from Payne. Gonna be a score of a 26. That'll set the bar high so far.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you would.
Next, we're gonna bring out the Quadzilla, Roger Gouger. Roger Gouger, the hometown boy in the Quadzilla monster truck here at the Vanderburgh County Fairgrounds. Roger, is there any pressure performing in front of the hometown crowd?
For me, no, because we run here last year and we had a pretty good show last year, and I'm excited to be here in our hometown again.
Do you have a lot of friends and family out here this weekend to support you?
Yes, I do. I got a lot of friends and family, people I work with, and a lot of sponsors that are here in the stands this evening, watching us and seeing how we're going to do.
You heard it right there. Roger Gouger not feeling the pressure tonight in his hometown. Hopefully that bodes well for him. Coming out, making his first hit. The truck just doesn't seem to be a strong wheelie truck, so you notice Roger really trying to get a slap wheelie going to score some extra points. Don't know if that's going to do it. The score is only going to be a 20. We'll see him again later. Hillbilly's bringing out the Black Knight. Good launch for Hillbilly in the Black Knight. That could be competitive if he can really back it up with another really strong wheelie here. I don't think that was what he was looking for. Scores coming in at a 19. Bill Payne and the California kid remaining the leader. Bill Payne, a little bit of a rough night last night. What happened?
You know, one thing after another. We were doing some double driving. We did great in the kid. Rockstar went out for wheelie contest. Limit chain broke, ripped shocks out of it. Once the shocks ripped apart, shock shaft went through the tranny cooler. Got all that fixed to come out here for freestyle, and ended up breaking off the front 3 bolts of the cam gear. Ended up going out of time, bending all the valves, so that motor wouldn't work. Spent all day in the heat today. We're in Evansville, Indiana, so I mean, if people know anything about around here, it's hot, humid. You know, we put a new motor in it today, and it's running strong so far. So we'll see how tonight goes. Hopefully we'll have a little bit more luck. It just seemed like it wasn't Rockstar's night last night, but we did a great job in the kid. You know, we took racing, we took wheelie contest win. I had the most fun in that truck that I've ever had last night. You know, I don't get to drive that truck very often. It was a good time.
Well, you heard it right there. That explains a lot about last night. Bill Payne actually secretly doing the piloting of California Kid. Sweeping the competition, and Rockstar is in more trouble after a long night last night, thrashing to get the truck back together all of last night and all of today. Payne having issues. Looks like he broke a sway bar, really upset the truck on that first wheelie. The officials have checked it out and are letting him continue with his wheelie attempts. Payne doing a little bit of a freestyle here more than a wheelie competition. A good launch on his second hit. Looks like he's coming back around again. I don't know how the judges are going to look at this. Another great wheelie. I don't know if the judges will take the first two or the best two out of the bunch. It looks like they're only going to go with the first two. Bill Payne maybe getting ripped off just a little bit here, but he's going to win anyway. He's driving California Kid and Rockstar tonight. We'll be back with more action from the Vanderburgh County Fairgrounds.